All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Detroit! Over!
A first down throw for Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. That's pulled in at the 32. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, let's go! White 90! White 90! Ohio!
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Flex round! Flex round!
They run with Logan. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Clark on 3rd and 2. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. This is Logan, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw. Clark. It's complete to Parker, left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run it here with Logan. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And, Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
Now Clark to throw. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's Clark. Throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney. Hot!
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round!
Clark now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw. Clark. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Grand 38!
Now Clark on 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Clark throwing again on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
First down, Mayfield. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashad Perriman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. Now Clark to throw. Throwing on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. Here's Clark, operating from the gun. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Clark now on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And when a free safety goes like he did there, he better be sure he's going to be able to make a play.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, because I have a feeling that the defensive coordinator and head coach are on the sideline screaming, no, no, no. Good play.
Yeah, good job, buddy. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, Clark. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Logan. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Back to throw. Clark. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch him now, Barney!
Mayfield on first down, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him for a loss on the play. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Gun! Detroit! Over! All right, now, lucky 56.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt.
Detroit,
1st and 5.
Detroit! Let's go, T. Over! Watch him now, Barney!
Working out of the gun. Mayfield flush to his right. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 22. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Mayfield looks to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And now out come the Steelers. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here we go! White, 90! White, 90! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Now Clark on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive?
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw, Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. third down. Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. J.J. Nelson as the first half is winding down. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Clark to throw on 2nd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now, Barney! Barney!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Detroit! Over!
They run again with Ajayi. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll try to run with Ajayi. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Patriot!
It's a quarterback sneak. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Clark to throw from the gun on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Clark looking to throw on 2nd down. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Clark now to throw on 3rd down. Pushing, and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Mayfield flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Over!
Now it's Ajayi. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Gun!
Mayfield now. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Gun!
to it after the pick six. Mayfield. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He sets to fire and got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. J.J. Nelson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns add on to their lead. Prater on to add the extra point. Extra point good by Prater. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers' offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Throwing again. Clark. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now Clark from the gun, he'll throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Flex round! Flex round!
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Looking to throw. Clark. And that's complete to Jesse James. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio. 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 Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Back to throw. Clark. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
Clark throwing on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard. Line.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On first down, Webster. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Barney. Barney. Gun. 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 Gun.
On first and 10, Webster being chased out left. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot, that they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Operating from the gun, Webster. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th.
Keep playing hard, fellas. All game. Woo! Let's get it. That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
From the gun, Webster. And no, it's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Jared Davis in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now Clark to throw on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Clark operating from the gun. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kevin Byard, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll go down at the 28. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Over! 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 Over!
3rd and 2. Webster. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Webster throwing the out route incomplete. It's Mitchell. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. On 3rd and 2, Webster. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Webster. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for 2. So sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the gun, Webster. And it's caught for 2 points. Very interesting way to end this one. They add on a couple extra that they really didn't need. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Cleveland, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
You